Hello everyone, it's Des here. We're out at the 3401 Crow Canyon facility at San Ramon today, and introducing a new video format that we're going to be using for our quarterly shared services updates. As always, we'd love to get your feedback on how well this is working for you. So if you do have any feedback, we'd like to hear from you. Please make sure you pass it along to our communications manager, Tim Tullis. To start with, I wanted to touch on some recent organization changes in shared services. To begin with, to welcome Janet Luduca, our newly appointed Vice President of Environmental that joined us recently. And also with Janet joining Shared Services, the Environmental Policy team with Diane Ross-Leach and folks have joined us in a broader environmental operation now that I've got overall responsibility for. Secondly, I wanted to just quickly touch on Gun Shim's promotion to Vice President of Supply Chain, and that's a reflection of not only Gun's great leadership since he joined the company, but also the very important work that the supply chain team is doing and needs to do on behalf of PG&E as we go forward. From the company perspective, as you heard in the recent all-employee call, there's also been some senior level organizational changes. Of course, Tony Earley has just joined us as our chairman of the board, CEO and president of PG&E Corporation. And in the utility, Nick Stavropoulos as our new executive vice president of gas operations, and Karen Austin as our senior vice president and chief information officer have rounded out a new top team that's charged with turning the company's performance around and rebuilding the trust of our customers in our ability as a utility to support them and meet their needs. So as was mentioned on the employee call, there was a focus on our priorities for 2012, and I wanted to take a moment and share those with you once again, because it's very important that each and every one of you is clear as to where do we need to focus our efforts as we think about the new year that's rapidly approaching. And the focus is going to be on providing safe, reliable and affordable gas and electric service to our PG&E customers. That is going to require a turnaround, quite frankly, in our performance, because right now we do not have the trust of our customers and our ability to provide safe services. And that's something that in terms of a turnaround we need to change. And we have just recently got approval in terms of budget for 2012 for the expenditures that each of the lines of business needs to make to begin that turnaround. And I'm pleased to share with you in shared services, in terms of our expense funding for 2012, we're getting the funding that we asked for in order to be able to execute the important programs that are part of our 2012 plan. So let me then share with you how we're doing year to date. And we're having a very solid 2011 in shared services, and I'm pleased to share with you that first of all in the financial area of the business we're having a very solid year. We expect to meet our budget, and the forecast commitments that we made to senior leadership in PG&E, I expect that we will be able to meet those commitments. So that's great news for us, great news for the company, great news for our shareholders. Now in terms of operational performance, we are also having a very solid year. Some great work being done in supply chain, both in terms of reducing the costs to the lines of business and to our customers overall. We're having a very solid year. And similarly, when it comes to materials performance and the support we provide to the lines of business, excellent service being provided there, both from the distribution center and remote material locations and also from the meter shop. In the environmental area, we are very solid performance this year in terms of on-time permitting, which is so important in our ability to execute the capital work that's in our plan. We're having a very solid year. We have had some challenges in our ability as a company to execute our work in an environmentally compliant manner, and in fact we've had more NOVs than we had expected, notices of violation this year, and that's certainly an area that you're going to hear more about as we look towards 2012 as to how do we improve our compliance performance. We have seen a positive turn in events in the last couple of months, but we did have a very difficult quarter, and I don't expect that we will be able to meet our 2011 goals for environmental compliance given our performance year to date. In the corporate real estate area, again, there's some great work that has been done particularly as we build out the new gas operations organization. We've had to move very quickly to find accommodation facilities for the new team in gas, and there's been some great work done on very quickly finding facilities that we can house our new gas operations team. In the transportation services area, again, we're having a very solid year in terms of performance, both from our aviation and our vehicle fleet. Some great work being done there, and lots of opportunity as we see it as we look forward to continue not only to provide great service but also to potentially reduce cost. Now, as it relates to challenges for 2012, there's a number of 2011, and as I look forward to 2012, there's a number of areas that we have challenges. One is in terms of environmental remediation. We have some great progress being made in terms of how we're remediating our manufactured gas plant sites and other sites. But as you probably know, we have some very serious challenges down at Hinkley, where we are dealing with the chromium contamination in groundwater there. And albeit some really great work from the remediation team, that will continue to be a very challenging project for the company until we get the final remedy approved and we can move out on implementing that. In terms of compliance, again, we had a rough start to the year. We do need to make sure that as we look towards the end of 2011 that we can complete our work as a company and do it in a way that maintains our environmental compliance. And finally, from a safety perspective, both at the company level and also as a line of business, we are challenged with our recordable injuries and motor vehicle incidents. We've had some very serious injuries this year, and indeed some of our fellow PG&Eers have not returned home at night. We've had people that have died on the job. We've also had recently some very serious motor vehicle incidents where 2 of our PG&Eers lost their lives, and we had one very serious incident where we have one of our folks in hospital resulting from a motor vehicle incident. So as I think about closing out the year, it's really important from a safety perspective that we're all thinking about motor vehicle safety, particularly. The winter driving season is rapidly approaching, and I ask each and every one of you to make sure that you're thoughtful about the task at hand before you get into a vehicle or before you do work, and be sure that before you do it that you can do it safely. I wanted to wrap with some thanks in 2 areas. One is our Premier survey. We had a great response from you guys in giving us your feedback, and I look forward in a subsequent update to provide you with further insights into the feedback and where the priorities will be going forward. And also in the company's campaign for the community, I'm very pleased with the contributions from each and every one of you in shared services, and I thank you in the difficult economic times for being prepared to help those that are less fortunate than ourselves. So overall, we are having a great year. I think you should be very proud as members of the shared services team with the work that's been done. And I just want to wrap by asking you to make sure that we close out the year in a safe way, that we enjoy the holiday season, we enjoy time with friends and family, and that we all come back refreshed in 2012. Thank you.